Okay, all right. So we're back. Today we're going to be making a chicken salad. All right. So let me just show you guys something. Just grab a fork right here. So we got organic corn-fed chicken. What I've done is this is the actual breast part of it, right? So the breast and a bit of the wing right there. You probably can't see it. Let me lift that up, right? So that's part of the wing. And that's the breast, but can you see how yellow that is? And let me just see if I can just stroll in real quick so you can see how yellow that chicken is. This is organic, corn-fed, free-range chicken. Okay. All right. Now, there's a reason why I'm showing you this, and this is the leg quarters. So that's the leg and the thigh. Right. I've taken the skin off the leg and the thigh, but I've kept the skin on the breast right there. Right. Now, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna season this. Again, just lightly season. I try not to use too many powder seasoning, so I just use normal things like Himalayan salt. So just go ahead and sprinkle some of that on the face, turn it over. We're gonna sprinkle it on the back. So as I said, I kept the skin on the breast because it keeps it moist when we're gonna bake this. So it keeps it moist, right? And that's exactly what we need to do. We need to keep the breast moist, and then once it's cooked, we can take the skin off. But generally, I take the skin off the chicken because that's where all the oil and the fat is, and we're trying to be healthy as much as we can out here while we're still eating meat. You know, my plan is to basically start introducing a lot of fish. Because of the lockdown, I haven't had an opportunity to go to the place to buy the fish. There's a fish market over here where you can get a lot of fish. Right? That's what I plan to do. Just start buying a whole load of fish. You can get in a box load, and then you can basically, store that up, freeze it up, and you've got fish for as long as you need. It's called Billingsgate. For some of you guys who may want to research it. Right. You can get fresh fish, fresh from the sea, and yeah. So anyway, I'm just putting some black pepper on this, both sides, as you've seen me do it, so we don't need that anymore. So we got salt, we got black pepper so far, right? Now this is Berber, which is basically just chili. Yeah? I ain't gonna put a lot of chili on, but I do like to get a little chili in my food. So it's actually a salad, so it's not gonna be too hot. Right, just a little bit. That's all I want. Excuse me, that black pepper. Right, so I'm just gonna put a couple of them on. Now this is black onion seeds, so we're going to go in with that as well. That's what that looks like. So we're going to sprinkle this on there. Right, now we're going to go in with our hands. We're going to rub all of that in. I'm going to take a knife. I'm just going to cut into the flesh. all the chicken. So we know we get that season right down to the bone. Just go in, get it all in there. Get it all in the grooves. Make sure that it's all nicely coated with the seasoning. Yeah. So all that's got is onion seeds, salt, black pepper, and a little bit of chili powder. Berber chili powder. You don't have to use Berber, but I tend to like that flavour. You see that right there? The seasoning is all the way in. All right. We're going to leave that now for about 4 hours. What I'm going to do, cover this. Leave that for 4 hours, and I'll be back to show you the rest. Alright guys, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to slice up this stuff right here, right? So this is what I'm going to do, right? Is I'm going to thinly slice. Just put that there. Put all this stuff in there, right? Put that over there. We're doing the lettuce, so let's just get all the lettuce in the mix.
Do you want to dance?
I'm gonna add all of this to this. Simple. Alright? Simples, as they say. We can rinse this off. What I do is I normally just rinse this out. Right, let's get all that water out. But what it is I always give my salad a final rinse, and I'll tell you why. Right? Because, you know, there could be bacteria just floating in the air. So I always give all my salad a final rinse, you see. Okay? Alright. Okay. So if I was to just make sure that it all comes down here also. Alright, just make sure that it's all completely empty. Alright. Alright. And then all I've got to do really is just keep it covered. Okay. Now, that's it. Finely shredded all types of, I mean, I've got lettuce, cabbage, red cabbage down there, you know, red cabbage right here. I've got cucumbers, I've got lettuce all over the place, all over there, right? And I've got tomatoes here, and then I've got more cucumbers and more lettuce. Completely mixed. That is a salad to be proud of. Right, okay guys, I'm back. So what I've done, I've gone ahead and peeled this red onion, right? We're only going to use one red onion. So what I'm going to do is just remove the cover off of that. Now I've basically put water in this, right? So hopefully you guys can see that we've got water. Okay. The reason why I've soaked the potatoes, and I've peeled one carrot, I've probably peeled about 2 large potatoes and just chopped it up into small little dices, right? So they're reasonable sized potato. Actually, I think it was 2 large ones and 1 small one, right? And I've chopped that up into reasonably small sizes. So this is the sizes that it is. And I've left it soaking in water. I haven't put the onion in there because I want to keep the potency of the onion. So that's the vegetables. I've left that soaking for a while. Alright. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to... This has been soaking for probably about 3.5 hours. Right? Now, what I've got what you call a halogen oven. Right, so this is the chip rack, but I use this thing for literally everything, right? And then it sits on draining rack, right? That drains off all the oil from the meat. Now, you guys know that I've taken the skin off the chicken. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna literally place this chicken that's been soaking in its seasoning for about 4 hours, you see. Right, or 3.5 hours, right? So I'm gonna just place this stuff, just simply place it, right? Okay, and make sure that the skin tries to cover up as much of the breast meat as it can, right? And so that's basically it. So this is the chicken. Now, this thing right here gives you a dial. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the time up on this. So at the moment, default time is 10 minutes. I'm going to turn that to maybe about, yeah, I'm 30 minutes. I'm going to set the temperature. Right, and I want this at about 150 degrees. Now that's started. I don't know if you guys can see the light, but that is it. That's a halogen oven. So literally, I'm putting that meat in, and gonna have it slowly roast for. Well, the time is 1 hour and 30 minutes, right? But I'm gonna let that roast for about, on that temperature, probably for about 15 minutes, okay? Then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna turn the temperature up, right? So for the first 15 minutes, after that, then I'll turn it up, and then after that, so the temperature now is at 150 degrees. Then after 15 minutes, I'll turn it up, and we'll turn it up to maybe 200 degrees. And, you know, getting too crispy, we're not looking for crispy chicken here. We're not looking for baked chicken. We're just looking for chicken that will slowly roast, so then all the oil drops off in that pan, you see, right? We want all the oil to drop off and just leave succulent, pure chicken. That's what we're looking for. Alright? Anyway guys, I'll be back. Okay, so what I've done is I've turned those chickens over, right? And that has been going for about what is it, about hour and 10 minutes, hour and 15 minutes. But that's slowly roasted. Now, this is what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to turn that over, right? And I'm going to roast it on the other side at hotter temperature, about 20 minutes. Right, now, I'll be honest with you, looking at this chicken, it's almost there, right? And you guys can see the oil at the bottom of that pan, right? So that just drains off any little bit of residue of fat and oil. We're slowly releasing the oil in this chicken, right? But this is what I'm gonna do, yeah? I'm gonna show you guys a trick to keep it succulent without drying it out, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put some water in the kettle, I'm gonna boil it, and we're gonna put some hot water in the bottom of this bowl. And what you're gonna find is the steam is gonna cook the rest of it when I turn the heat up, you see, so then it doesn't dry out. Just watch this. We're gonna go for that, all right? Okay, so while I have the camera on pause, I've literally gone ahead, I've boiled the kettle, right? So I'm gonna pour the kettle, the hot water, boiling water, down in the center of this, right? Now we just need, we're gonna create a little bath, right? Okay. Now I've chopped up that onion that was on top of that container, right? I've chopped that up, and I'll tell you what else I've done since the video's been on pause. I've gone ahead and I've started to boil the water, and I've added a teaspoon of salt, right? Because that salt is what we're gonna throw the carrots and the potatoes, the diced potatoes and carrots into. Now this part, we need to, you know, you don't need to boil it too much. You need to probably about 20 minutes, half an hour, until the potatoes start to get soft. Turn the fire off, yeah? Throw the water off, and then let the steam within the pot itself finish to cook the potatoes. So don't wait until it's completely, you know, mashing up, all right? You don't want it too soft. You just want to make sure that it's at a point that you can literally throw the actual water up, yeah? Put the cover back on and let the steam do the rest. So you want it still firm is the point I'm making, all right? Okay, so let's get onto this. So the chicken's in there, I've turned them over again, all right? So now we're just gonna put that on full blast, not even full blast. Put that on 210 degrees centigrade, right? That's what we're looking for. I'll be honest with you, it's counting down, it's at 45 minutes. When it's down to the last 15 minutes, we're gonna turn the temperature completely down and let the steam do the rest. So we'll probably turn it down. The temperature now is at 210. Probably turn it down to about 150. All right. So now it's at 44. All right. So 44 minutes ago. Okay. All right. 44 minutes ago. We're gonna leave that to go. So we're gonna leave that running for half an hour at full blast. I'll tell you what. Let's turn it up to full blast. 250 centigrade is what this oven goes to. Right? We're gonna leave that for half an hour. So at least you guys understand we're gonna now generate some brown into the meat. Get most of that water out. Take what has been soaking in that water. I'm gonna pour that in that pot. We're going to leave that down to a reasonable temperature, okay? Down to a reasonable temperature so that it will slowly boil. Not too high, just reasonable temperature, okay? Wow, that's doing what it's doing. So we're going to leave the chicken in there for half an hour. Leave the potatoes in there for half an hour and the carrots. Okay? And then I'm going to show you what I'm doing with this onion. Alright, so let's just keep this covered. So that's covered. Everything's good. Catch you guys in a bit. Okay guys, so this is what it looks like. Just make sure the steam don't go on top of it. Right. So this is the final countdown. Now, this is what I'm going to do, because I've got the water in there. I've turned the fire off for this. Right, so it doesn't dry out. We don't want dried meat. We want succulent meat. But we're just, I mean, you can see that flesh is separating from the bone, so you know that is cooked. And everything is ready, you see, right? So looking for, oh wow, look at that, it's ready. So we're going to turn the fire off now, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pour the water off of these potatoes, right, and the carrots. I'm going to chop, in actual fact, now is a good time to pour the onions in there, alright? And all we're going to do is mix that through, okay? Wait for the onions to get just slightly soft in that hot water. Cover them over, leave them for a while, right? And then we're going to pour the water off. Okay, alright, so let's get this into focus real quick. Alright, so got my knife, got my fork. Simply, we're just going to separate the flesh from the bone. That's all we're going to do. I mean, at this point, sorry for the noise, right? At this point, yeah, it really is as simple as separating the meat from the bone, right? Alright, so we've got the meat there, right? All of that is the diced meat, yeah? Apart from, you know, this is a little bit of a wing, that's it. The rest of it is succulent, soft meat, right? This is what we're going to do with all this meat. We're going to go ahead and we're going to squeeze some mayonnaise in it. I'm going to mix that up. Mix all of it up, yeah? So we're looking for all of it to be mixed in with a little bit of mayonnaise, yeah? Now, the key, the potatoes, right, and the carrots, yeah? All of that is going in there, all of it, right? So we're just gonna put half in there first. Put a little bit of mayonnaise, right? Mix that through. So we're looking to incorporate the chicken and the potatoes. That right there is a chicken potato salad. Alright, so we've got a roast chicken right there, Alright. That's a whole. Let's get that into focus real quick. Okay. That's a whole chicken right there, right? With a chicken, mayonnaise, potato, coleslaw, and that's the salad, right? This right here, in the summer, this is all you need. Take a picture, that's all you need. This is a meal you'll never forget. Okay? Catch you in the next one.